What's up with y'all? This is Eric. There's something to explain. It's been a while. Personally, I've been through a lot. And I know it's a new year. So happy new year, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to talk about car accidents again. And on top of that, my daily routine. I'm going to start off with this. You see this bike right here? This is my blue bike. I ride it to work every few times a week. I mean, I still go to work every day, every 5 days a week. Few days I ride my bike when I'm out of work and when I go to work. Other days when I go to work, I take the bus. 2 days that I get out early because it's 6 hours from 1 to like 7 or 6. 5 or almost 6 hours, you know what I'm saying? On Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, it's a late night shift. 4:30 at night on Tuesday, 1 o'clock on Saturday, 2:30 on Sunday. When it's raining during the day, I don't get to go to work, but unless it stops raining, then I go, because I went yesterday when it stopped raining to drag out the water. And they'll even tell me to wake up at 3 in the morning to drag out the water when it stops raining. My point is, the reason I ride my bike or even take the bus to work is because recently I was in a car accident a month ago. Somebody hit me. It hit me on the front right. I mean, I wasn't hurt or anything. It hit the front right of my car. It damaged the tire. And it kind of damaged, the steering wheel, so I can't steer. Luckily, the engine was not damaged, but I can't drive it. So, we were trying to report it. Me and my family, we were trying to report it. We were trying to report it to the police. I was reporting it to my insurance. The thing is, I had liable insurance. So I couldn't really get I couldn't really get the car fixed. I had liable insurance. I should have taken collision insurance, which would have cost more. I should have taken that, but I didn't. I didn't want to pay for more, so that's a lesson I need to learn. Yeah, this guy hit the front right of my car. I was hit to the curb. I was turning left. I was at a green light. This dude came at me running through a red light. So it hit me to the curb, but his car hit somebody else's fence. Had some car pieces. That was not my fault, but it could be my fault anyway, because I didn't have collision insurance, and because he didn't have insurance too. Him and his girl, or whatever. Of course, it was two blacks that hit my car. Nobody was injured. They didn't have insurance. The thing is, they were renting a car. I owned my car. They were renting it, crashed into me from Turo. Because that's what it said when they were renting it. They crashed into me. And this was in Compton. Me and my family, we moved to a different house in Compton. One of those new houses that was already building, and she bought it. That's when we decided to move later on. We had to get a lot of our stuff out there. My friends and my family already know this. So it was a lot to go through. I tried reporting it to the insurance. I tried reporting it to police. They don't do reports like that unless somebody is injured. But we still did tell them anyway. It feels like it was supposed to be the right thing to do. So yeah, that is done. I got it towed to the body shop, but because it was at the body shop for a while, because I had liability insurance, they told me to tow it back to the parking lot, to the parking area. Because my mom didn't want my car towed to her house where I can't drive it. She didn't want that, so I towed it somewhere else, somebody else's neighborhood. When we crashed, talked about it. Luckily, the towing guys, they were there. They could only tow to the side, so that's where, this was before I took it to the body shop, and all that. So after the body shop, after I got it towed back to the same place parking lot, I got the rest of my stuff out of the car. Like, I cleaned everything out of there. Like, everything. I had trash bags so I could put everything in the trash that I don't need in the car. Later this morning, or even a few weeks before, or even weeks ago before this morning, I made a personal decision that I'm gonna junk the car. That's what I did this morning. Towed it. I got an offer from pedal.com. You gotta put your information about the car, and they'll ask you so many questions about what's going on with the car, if it's damaged or if it's just a clean car, and if you have a clean title or a salvage title. I had a clean title because it didn't have any car accident histories except the one I have now. So yeah. So if you ask me about Pedal, that's where they offer you money to junk your car. They probably give you a good offer. So yeah, I junked my car. That is gone. I no longer have a car. It sucked. I had that Honda Element since 2019. When I was trying to get my driver's license before 2020. So yeah, that is done. It was a personal decision. And that was my first car. I've had it for like 3 years now. I tell you this. Do I want another car? Yes. Just not now. There were a lot of problems with that first car. Stolen catalytic converter. Some parts damaged on the engine. The head gasket. It costs a lot to maintain your car. Keep doing the oil change. Keep filling up oil so it doesn't run out and you can have a smooth car running. Make sure your brakes are still working. Make sure the engine is working. And make sure you have some coolant in the car so that your car doesn't overheat. I've had that problem. Make sure your tires aren't flat. I've had that problem. I did have a little accident. I had a tire accident, popped off when I popped it on the curb because I didn't watch where I was going. And then I had a little dent on the door where I was going around a truck and it hit the dent on the door of my car. I ran off. It was a hit and run, but it was still running, so it didn't hit the engine. I learned my lesson there. Should have stopped. But I was doing Uber Eats, so I couldn't really talk. I didn't really want to talk to the person that I accidentally hit, or accidentally hit me. Plus insurance. I'm going to cancel my insurance. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to pay it no more. At least this way it'll give me some time to save more money. To save money even harder. It costs a lot to maintain a car. It costs a lot to buy a car. And one time, when I had my catalytic converter stolen, I used to rent a car from Enterprise. It was a Nissan Altima. Then they said it was paying $30 a day or something. I couldn't tell. That's when I had insurance back then. And I had Allstate, and that was canceled because I didn't pay it. And that's when I switched to the other insurance. And had liability. And I should have took collision. But that is done for that. Do I regret driving a car? Hell no. No, I really had some fun. Doing Uber Eats, Postmates, food deliveries, all that stuff. I've had fun with that. And keep in mind that I've been taking buses before I had a car in the first place. I've been doing that for years and years and years, and here I am, back again. Except this time, I'm gonna ride my bike around to have a little exercise. Just because I ride my bike doesn't mean I'm on a weight loss journey. I just want to do my thing and get to where I need to go. And I haven't been riding my bike since 2021. And I'm back on it, so I'm glad about that. I get to feel the wind on my face. Plus, I don't know, just keeps me get to moving, you know? And yeah, I feel the burn. I bought this bike from Walmart because I worked hard for this. Instead of having to sit down and wait for the bus, I could just ride the bike. Bought this one for almost $200. It was $160. Bought a lock. So yeah, the bike and the lock together costed $200. But I had to buy another one because I lost a freaking key. It didn't work on the other one, even though it was the same key. Or who knows what kind of key I have, even though it's the same lock. So, you know, that's what I wanted to say. I had a car accident, and this is my daily routine. Riding my bike for a few weeks a day. For a few days a week. And sometimes, either I went on late night shifts, I get my mom to pick me up, or I take a lift. And when those days off, I go ride my bike to get something to eat. You know, to get that little exercise in. You know, I want to get where I want to go. I want to do my thing. And people think that these days people think that having a car impresses people. I mean, it does, but at the same time, why should it? You know, I don't need a car to impress people. I don't mind a nice car, but I'm not gonna do it just to impress somebody, like a sports car or any of that stuff. Keep in mind, it's expensive to keep a car, especially a sports car. It probably costs enough as much as a house. So if I'm gonna get in another car, I want it to be like a little bit brand new, but not the latest. Or at least look nice, but not the latest. And still cheap. And there are a lot of cars out here. And traffic, it sucks. Especially this when you're in LA, you could just ride the bike and the bus around. If you don't got a car. I've seen this one YouTuber who's on a scooter doing food deliveries. And he's grinding, so I respect that. I'm over here at my job right now, which is not time yet, riding my bike early to my job, so it feels like I'm on time, or even earlier. And I'm saving like almost a lot of money because I don't have my car. I've done it before. I've taken the bus while my car was at the shop. I've taken the bus when I couldn't drive the car no more because it couldn't accelerate. So, you know, there are things to do without a car. There are always things to do. Keep in mind, I've taken the bus to Arizona for my art show. You think that's not something? Come on. You book a bus ticket to a different state. You could book a plane ticket to a different state, a plane ticket to a different country. You could even take a boat without a car. You could even take the bus to the airport. You take Lyft. And honestly, I don't feel that bad taking a bus, taking a Lyft, or riding my bike around. This is not about me saying that you shouldn't give up. This is not about that. I'm just saying, for transportation, you got to have a backup plan. For bus fares, you're only paying like a few dollars. For a bus ticket to a different state, you're probably paying to like, I don't know, like $40 to like maybe $200. Depends on where you're going. Or even more than 200. Depends. One day I'll get a car again, just not now. And it's a brand new year. Do I think it's good? I don't know yet. It's just going to be another year, so it depends on what I'm going to do about it. That is up to me. That is up to you. You can even take the train anywhere too. The subway too. Transportation backup plan. Alright, I've said it here. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully you can understand. And I have another bit to talk about, but I'm gonna save it for the next video. So you don't know, this is Eric. I hope things go well for you. I wish you luck on this new year. So this is Eric. I'll see y'all later.